Hey everyone, it's Karen and Neil from the Private Label University. We are so excited because we are back on air. Neil, do you want to move a little closer this way maybe? It's so funny because those of you who know us well, I'm barely 5 feet. Actually, I'm not even 5 feet. And Neil is almost 6 feet. So when we do videos, I'm usually, this is a little secret, I'm usually standing on a box or something. And today we are not because we are at home at our home office because we in Colorado were just hit with a huge blizzard. So I love blizzard days because it's a snow day for us here. So my kids are home, everyone's home. And we love that. It's snow day. So we're in our home office recording this and not set up properly, so you'll see the difference in height. This is true. This is real. I'm barely 5 feet. Neil's 6 feet. So Neil's head always gets cut off. So anyway, as you can hear, I also have laryngitis. So we are going to be doing our Facebook Live actually in two parts. We are doing kind of a workshop, I guess you would say, for this Facebook Live, and we're going to do it in two parts so I don't ruin my voice. We do a lot of talking, and I have to make sure I can talk, and I could still be yelling at Neil. We have lights falling now, and I could be, doing all the things that we could do. So we're going to do it in two parts, but the workshop today that we want to focus on is your vision for 2017, and we've been talking a lot about vision and about your private label business and your vision around it. And so what we want to share with you is a template of what we use in our business to kind of project what our year is going to be like so that we can set goals and that we can then fulfill those goals throughout the year and have a successful year. So we're going to go through our template and then we're going to share that template with you. So if you want your hands on this template, which you definitely want, you're going to want to go over to the Private Label University private Facebook group. It's called Private Label University for Amazon and eBay sellers. If you're not already a member, you want to hop over there and join it. And if you go into the file section, you'll find it there and you can download it and you can either follow along or you can fill it out later. But let's, anything you want to say before we jump into what our template looks like?
No, I don't have laryngitis.
And I'm the one doing all the talking.
No, it really, as Karen said, it's so important to have a plan, lay out that map that you want to present yourself for, especially the new year. And now that we're just running into the new year of 2017, it's great to have that focus, have that plan, and this way you're really on board to setting your goals for the year.
Mm-hmm. And I know a lot of people talk about it, and we talk about it too, and until you actually do it, you really will get the value. You really will see the value, because how many times do you say you're going to do something, or you have to do something, and then it just another day goes by and you just don't do it. But when you actually write it down and you can visually see it, and then you break it down, and we're going to show you that, how to break it down so that you take these action steps to get where you're going. You see it all the time, and then you can make it happen, and that's the biggest thing. I mean, so many times, even myself, as I touch my microphone, so I probably shouldn't do that. As even myself, I keep telling Neil, I got to read this book, and there's this really great book that I'm trying to get through, and I don't think if I actually have it in my vision board, but if I keep talking about it and I never get to it, but if it's actually part of my life, I make it part of my life, I make it part of what I need to do, I'll actually see it all the time that I have to do it. I know what I need to do each day, and then I take action. So same thing with business. So let's jump in. I want to share with you our template. And then, like I said, you can go over to our private Facebook group, Private Label University for Amazon and eBay sellers. You can find the template there, and you can follow along. So I must say, even though, as a lot of you know, we are in the art category, in the art business, but I have to be the first to admit, I have zero artistic skills, zero. As you can see, circles are not my forte, or squares, or puffy little clouds. So bear with me. This is real authentic. This is real work that we have put in. And like I said, this is just brainstorming and working together. So it's nothing fancy. There's no graphics with this. It's just real raw footage here. So as you can see, 2017 vision. we like to break it down, our vision and our year, into personal as well as business. And it's really, really important. And this is something that I had to learn a really hard way. You know, we have kids. I started off as a stay-home mom. We're getting involved in private labeling by staying at home and looking after my kids. And what happens is I get so involved and so wrapped up in my business that sometimes my personal starts lacking. Or Neil's trying to talk to me, or I'm trying to get dinner ready, and I'm working on business, and I'm making mistakes doing other things. And my focus just needs to be both areas, business and personal. So
balancing
balancing
sure
it, exactly. So I like to do a vision for both, and I encourage you to do the same thing, because we really need to have a bit of both. There needs to be personal you, because you know, if you're going to be just working all the time and you're not benefiting and feeling grateful for all the stuff and being able to enjoy it, then what's the point, right?
And just a quick story. So I do remember when Karen talks about balancing, she was in the bag business. She had was designing these custom bags. And we had a meeting one night, and she was on the phone, and she was talking to Hong Kong. She was talking to a supplier in Taiwan, and she was trying to get dinner ready, and she made a lasagna. Oh. And she had gotten all ready, and she was, you know, stop interrupting me. It's in the oven, don't worry. Well, what happened was she had saran wrap on the lasagna. She put it in the oven, and we had a baked lasagna that was instantly sealed. We couldn't understand why it was so shiny.
But I didn't tell anyone that I
She forgot to remove the saran because she was so wrapped up in work. So again, she's balancing, she's making the lasagna, she's on the phone with Hong Kong.
And the thing is, you know what? It's really about being present in what you're doing. And that's the key. And so when I'm doing personal, when I'm doing family stuff, when I'm doing stuff for me, I need to be present there at the time. Same thing with business. When I'm private labeling something and I'm working with companies all over the world, working with managing different languages and different types of business ethics, you need to be present. You need to be aware of everything. So that is one of the big things that I've learned over the years, is to make sure that every single thing that you do, you're present in the moment, understanding exactly what it is. So that's another reason why a vision board is really great, because it can really kind of key into what you need to focus on.
It's that map that you can visualize.
So here, for example, I don't know if you can see if there's a glare, but again, you can go over and download the template. But the personal side here, we talk about relationships, and it's about what do you want your 2017 to look like for your relationships with your family, with your friends, with your spouse, with your partner, with your kids, with your animals. I mean, you know how much we love our St. Bernards. I mean, we love them. And, you know, it's again what you're going to do. And for example, one of the things that what we did in 2016, which we're going to do again in 2017, is every single morning at about 8 o'clock, literally about 8 o'clock, we get the pups all ready, and we go. Neil and I have our own personal time to just kind of do a little bit of exercise, clean our minds, and take the pups for a walk. And we do this every single day. And that's, again, part of what we have planned in our vision. So here, personal. So relationships. And then things that you want to personally do yourself. Like, do you want to travel this year? Do you want to, so I have, read. Do you want to read certain books? Like, I find that, I'm doing so many things that the things that I love to do, sometimes I get pushed aside and I don't get to do them. So put in the things that you really want to incorporate in your life personally for the upcoming year. And then what you want to do for your own personal growth. And this is so key. I know we love, especially as a mom, if you're a mom, or as a partner, we want to do everything for others. But you have to think of you. What can you do for you this year that will help you grow as a person, to make you a stronger person, happier person? So again, what you could do for you. And then about your schedule, your personal schedule, blocking off time for you, blocking off time to go for the walk with your pups, blocking off time to go for
meditation,
quiet
time.
We have date nights, or they're date lunches. I make Neil take me for lunch. And they're, things like that on your personal side. Oh, I love that. Yeah, of course.
And then it's about organizing your life personally. So it all comes in tune with your business as well. So if you're organized personally, it makes the business part of your life also react and act.
And that's one of the things for us too. Personal is so important because we work together. We also live together, right? We are a family. So we have to make sure there's a balance because Neil doesn't want me upset, right? So I need my personal time and he has to give me that, right? Thank you for all the love, guys, and all the hearts. Thank you. That's so sweet. Okay, losing my voice. So that's the personal side. And you can add to that. I'm sure there's tons of things that are so important to you that you can add to the personal side.
And just branch off when you're creating your vision.
Exactly. So let's hop over for a sec to the business side. And we have broken it to the private label business because that's what we do. And this could relate to any business really, but we have it to the private label business because that's what we do. So again, going through the process of a business and going through what it looks like for you for the year. So for example, investment. How much money are you going to be investing this year in your business? How much money do you have to invest in your business? How much money do you want to invest in your business?
And that should be an initial focus. So you set yourself a platform. You route yourself to what you want to invest. So instead of investing too much or feel that you don't have enough to invest, you really come to terms with this is what I'm going to set as my investment and then breaking it down from there.
Absolutely. And then again, it comes into products, right? We're private label people. What's it all about? It's about the products. So what products? How many products are you going to launch? Are you launching any? Are you going to be working on your old products? Are you bringing in new products? And are you doing research? What research? Where you're buying your products, looking at the existing products and kind of doing a cleanse. Are they working? Are they not working? What can you improve to make them better? So things like that. Then again, relationships, and a little different here than relationships in personal, relationships in business. Your suppliers, your manufacturers, your VA. By the way, I think my VA is on here. I love you. VA, your...
Freight companies, building up relationships with people at customs, logistics, how the product's being handled, who's taking care of the packaging and label, the designers, just keeping everyone in the flow and the momentum of building up your business.
Right, so it's all about relationships. That's what business is about. It's about building those relationships and keeping them strong. So how are you going to do that? Are you going to China? That's one of the things that we do. We take groups to China, and we personally, when we're in China, meet with our suppliers. And the groups that we bring get to meet their suppliers or meet new suppliers, new manufacturers, and build relationships. So how does this all fall into your business model for 2017? What does it look like? Are you going to be, like I said, going to China? Are you going?
That's part of scheduling.
Right, again, part of scheduling. So when you get into scheduling, again, how much time are you putting into your business? How much time do you want to put into your business? And again, look at your personal and block off certain days in your personal, and then you know what days that you're going to be doing your schedule. For example, Neil and I, we know every Tuesdays and Thursdays are our home days for business, because these are the days that we're doing our Facebook Live, we're doing our consults, we're doing our mastermind calls with our groups, we're planning and organizing the content for our live events in China. All that stuff is done through our schedule. So again, setting that all out. I don't think that we could do that without knowing exactly what it looked like, so that we know what our day. I need to know personally what my week looks like every week, what my day looks like every hour, because my schedule is a certain time. I know I got to pick my kids up at 3:00. So I work around that.
And also understanding with the time difference. So again, because we have our own staff, we have our own company in China, knowing that Tuesdays and Thursdays we're on the phone with our staff in the evening time. Also scheduling specific days when we're calling Japan or on with the factories in South Korea or in Germany, knowing that these are the hours set aside so we can finish that work and complete it for the task.
So schedules. So and then operations, where are you selling your products? Is it just Amazon or retail or other online sites? I mean, we're all over the place. I mean, we came from the retail industry. We still work with the large retail stores. So again, allocating where you're going to be using, selling your products. What operations, what is involved in that? How much time, going back to scheduling, are you putting into your Amazon business, your Shopify business, your eBay business, whatever it is?
And then from operations, staff.
Are you going to be outsourcing, in-house staff, virtual?
Maybe you have your own staff or you have your own warehouse. We have a couple warehouses and we have staff again in Canada, we have staff in China, we have staff in Japan. So we have to make sure that everything's operational, everyone's on board. Again, they know the scheduling of the time that we're planning to speak with them and review what's going on for that week.
Perfect. And then of course, brand. It's all about building a brand around your products, around your private label products. And that's what's key. And I think a lot of it is missed when people are starting a business. You really got to really understand your brand, what it is you're trying to get out to the world, what are you trying to say to them so that your products represent that. And so any new products that come in, again, represent that.
And then mapping that out, keeping track of it. So if you're developing a new brand, looking at logos, looking at packaging, writing things down, not making that the focus because you still have to coordinate everything, but writing it down so again you can get back to it and keeping everything organized.
Right. So again, what does your brand look like for 2017? Maybe it's different than it was last year. Maybe you're tweaking it a bit. Maybe the logo's changing. Maybe the mission is changing a bit. So again, what does it look like? Marketing, same thing. Marketing, what kind of marketing are you going to do? And this is something we stress. You can't rely on Facebook. You can't rely on Facebook, but you can't rely on Amazon. You need to take it beyond Amazon. You need to be bringing people from outside of Amazon into your Amazon business. And Facebook is a great place to be doing that. So what kind of marketing are you going to be doing? Social media, what kind of social media? Do you know how to do all that? So again, a lot of that is involved in what you're going to be doing in 2017 with regards to your business. Maybe you didn't do that in 2016. Makes a big difference.
And you have to be creative because these days with LinkedIn, with Twitter, with Reddit, there's so many other platforms, Pinterest, you really have to look outside the box. If you've only done it one way, look at what other ways can really monetize so you can make your brand more successful.
And one of the things that we talk about and we train with our students, because it's really, really important, you cannot rely just on Amazon. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You need to really not put your eggs in one basket, and you need to kind of spread it out. You want to make sure that you're all over. That's how you build a brand, not just in one little place. And then, of course, sales. What do you want to make in 2017, right? What do you want to make? Do you want to make $1 million? Do you want to make $1, $10, $100,000? What do you want to make? And this is so key. And I want you guys, to think big. And I know a lot of people are like a little afraid. I remember when we did this exercise, we were like, I don't know, do we kind of pull a number? Like, I'm just going to pull a crazy number, right? But you know, it's intimidating, but you need to think big and you need to kind of come up with a number because the numbers don't lie. It comes all the way around, and we're going to show you how you're going to look at what you want to make in 2017 to see whether or not it's going to be realistic for you, because it involves a lot of these other things. If you want to say make $1 million and you only want to invest an hour of your time, it's not going to work unless you have a hula hoop or something that you've created or something, right?
But there are ways when people say, well, I can come up with a crazy number like 100 million. Now again, as Karen said, if you break it down to the amount of time you're going to put in, the investment either money-wise, time-wise, everything's possible if you're going to actually do the work to reach that goal.
Right, and it's a numbers game, right? It's a numbers game. Anything is doable if you understand the numbers, and we're going to show you that. So, and again, then it all comes down to revenue, right? Mm-hmm. It's all a circle. Your revenue is, you know, how much of your time, how much value is it for your time, right? Your personal side as well as business. Mm-hmm. Want to talk a little bit more about that?
Right. So you really have to look both ways. How much time you're investing personally, how much effort you're going to put into your business. It's one thing where you can go to a bank, you can get some investors, you can get that money, that loan that you have, but are you going to use it efficiently to make it work? And that's why I look at the Shark Tank. They always say, well, great, we're going to give you all this money, but are you going to spend the time working on it? You know, Kevin O'Leary sits back and says, I'm not going to do all the work for you if I'm investing in your company. You have to do the work. So there has to be that motivation and that direction to reach those goals that you can reach. Not just saying, oh, well, I've got the money, it's going to happen. doesn't work that way. You have to invest the time to make it work.
So anything is possible. Anything is possible. Any sales are possible. Again, it all depends on these other steps.
And we're going to show you.
Do. So we're going to show you exactly what our vision for 2017 looks like. We broke it down. It is. You think this is messy? Wait. You have no idea. But that's okay. It's supposed to be. So when you go and you download the template over on our website, over on our Facebook private group at Private Label University for Amazon and eBay sellers, go into the files section. You'll see the template there. If you go over there, when you download that and you start putting in your stuff, you're going to see it's going to be messy too. So I don't feel so bad now. But if you think this is messy, wait. Because what we're going to show you is what it looks like when this is done, when this is completed. And basically, we are going to show you what our vision for our private label business looks like for 2017, what we want our vision to look like, what we want to see. And then we're going to show you how you break that down into these small little steps, small little action steps that you can take every single day to get that vision happen, so that by the end of 2017, when you look back, you go, one big check mark. Woo! Done.
You reach your goals.
So that's what's so great about a vision. But we're not going to show you that today because nothing's going to be coming out of my mouth soon. I can barely talk. So I want you to join us on Sunday afternoon. It's going to be later Sunday afternoon. The vision board, as we're actually still in the process of kind of fine-tuning it, trying to make it a little neater for you guys. And we're going to show that to you, and then we're going to break down into steps and show you exactly how it's done. So when you go over to our private group, Private Label University for Amazon and eBay sellers, what I want you to do is when you download that template, fill it in, and if you'd like, bring it to Sunday's class, bring it or to Sunday's Facebook Live, and share it with us. And we can even, if you want to share it with us, you can post questions, and we will interact with you and help you along the way.
And the great thing is, you'll see our vision.
Yes, you'll be able to see what we do in our private label business, and what we do and how we break down our products and what our projections are. So we're going to share that all with you. And
I'll do more of the talking.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to talk then. Also, I will post in the link here, I'll have my assistant post, we have our China trip coming up soon. It is in April, but we are closing our date for February 1st, so you have to sign up by February 1st in order to gain Bring a Friend for free. And again, if you're not familiar with our China trip, we're doing a live event to China, to the Canton Fair, so you can build relationships, take your whole vision, implement it right there at the fair, find products, low prices, find manufacturers, suppliers, start private labeling right there and launch it on Amazon. Pretty awesome. So if you want more information about that, I will have her put a link there just so you have that. And again, it is Bring a Friend for free up until February 1st. So again, this is our vision template. We went through it. Hopefully that helps. You can follow along, download the template, fill it in, join us back here on Sunday afternoon. We will post a little bit before so that you guys have a little bit of time before. We're not sure exactly what time we're going to be going live, but we will post before so you know, and you can hop on. And we look forward to seeing you there and sharing with you our 2017 vision for our private label business for the Private Label University. All right.
See you on
we
Sunday.
hope you enjoyed. We hope you got value. We'll see you soon.